ADP who? Who was that? What did you talk about? Oh, what was it? Arceus, Stalga, and I never heard of him. No, I'm sorry. What's up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here with Tricky Jim at Full Grip Games. Today, I'm going to be showing off my new Toxtricity VMAX list featuring Koga's Trap. Now, I built and tested this list on stream this week. If you haven't already, make sure to check out the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/TrickyJim, where we stream live Pokemon trading card game content every single weekday. Toxtricity VMAX is the top dog in this deck. It's got 320 HP and an awesome attack. G-Max Riot, which does 160 damage for 2 lightning and a colorless. If your opponent's active Pokemon is poisoned, it does 80 more damage. So 240 base damage, plus the 10 from poison, 250 damage. Total, if the defending Pokemon is poisoned when you use G-Max Riot with Electro powers in the deck, you could boost that damage to 280, 310, and so on and so forth to hit some big one-hit KO numbers on the most popular tag team Pokemon as well as Pokemon VMAX. Now, initially when I had built this deck, I tried it with the new Poisonous Puddle Garbodor from Rebel Clash. I wanted to try mixing it up. I wasn't entirely satisfied with the new Garbodor. Having to set up multiple evolutions proved slightly inconsistent. Also, Toxtricity VMAX doesn't always get in there for the big one-hit KO. You don't have to poison every single turn. In fact, a lot of this format is kind of evolving into a 2-hit KO format. With Pokemon having 320 HP, 2-hit KOs are becoming the new normal. And conveniently enough, Toxtricity does base 160 with its G-Max Riot, which is perfect numbers to knock out Dedenne-GX on the bench without any modifications, and perfect numbers to 2-hit KO every single tag team Pokemon, as well as most Pokemon VMAX. So I think that playing the 2-hit KO game actually leans into Toxtricity's strengths. And then we do have Koga's Trap in the deck, which inflicts confusion and poison, can allow you to still hit that boosted G-Max Riot damage with the poison inflicted by Koga's Trap. And I really like Koga's Trap in this list. Not only does it inflict poison, it also inflicts confusion, which can be very disruptive for a lot of decks, forcing the player to find a switch out or to try and attack through the confusion. With Koga's Trap, we also have Eldegoss V in the deck with its Happy Match ability. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to your bench during your turn, you can put a supporter card from your discard pile into your hand. So it makes it very easy to go grab that Koga's Trap once you've discarded one, which is pretty easy to do. We've got a bunch of Dedennes in the deck as well, Quick Balls and Professor's Research, as well as Acro Bikes and Speed Lightning Energy. So this deck is blazing fast. You're going to set up very quickly by churning through the deck using Speed Lightning Energy, Acro Bikes, usually going in with either Boltund turn 1. You could even go in with Full Voltage GX turn 1 to accelerate energy from the discard pile or energy from the deck with Boltund to get your Toxtricities powered up, and then usually are trying to go in turn 2 with a G-Max Riot. Now we have Boss's Orders in the deck to make sure that you're targeting down the Pokemon that you want to on your opponent's side of the field. Unfortunately, you cannot use Boss's Orders and Koga's Trap in the same turn. But fortunately, we do have Great Catcher in the list as well. So if you want to, you can Koga's Trap and Great Catcher in the same turn. Now, initially, I started out with Pokemon Communications when I was playing the Garbodor version of this deck. I tried Evolution Incense, but I didn't like the Evolution Incense couldn't grab you your basic Pokemon on the first turn of the game, since this list usually is going to want to play first, since we do have a lot of item-based and energy-based draw and Pokemon-based draw available to the deck, so we don't necessarily need to lean on playing a supporter card on the first turn of the game in order to set up. The Toxtricity deck definitely outperformed my expectations, and I have to say, after testing, I'm really liking this Koga's Trap version of the deck. Check it out in the gameplay, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Why am I risking my win streak on this deck? Win streaks, they come and they go, but the glory of winning with Toxtricity VMAX lasts forever, chat. Lasts forever. Listen, if I cared about a win streak, I would not stop playing Zacian ADP, period. I would not stop playing it. I would sit here all day, 5 hours, I'd play Zacian ADP, and I'd probably be able to amass a pretty decent win streak. But, we do not care. Do not care about a win streak. Which is why we're playing Toxtricity VMAX. Yeah, Sizebot said Zacian ADP will be right there waiting for me when I want that win streak again. You're right. Yes, when I start to feel down about myself, And we'll just whip up Zacian ADP again and then just play the most broken deck in format and have ourselves a great time. All right. Pretty decent opening hands. Now, this is... I usually am not playing this Toxtricity V, usually playing the other one. I play 3 of the other one and just 1 of this one. The other one can accelerate energy to itself, but going first, you know, we're just... yeah. There's a Koga strat. Cool. Okay. Quick ball. Cool. Pass. Have I tried Trevenant Handlock deck with Horror Energy? No, I have not tried that. Sounds interesting, though. I've been thinking a lot about Mismagius as well, and the Mismagius engine. You know, what deck could this work well with? We see my opponent is playing Malamar here, and they're going to greens, get Mismagius, go from there, and they're probably going to... How they're getting energy on their Malamar V, I'm not quite sure. Maybe... How do they plan on getting energy on that Malamar V? Maybe... red and blue? Like, not exactly sure. Alkaline Bryce, I took out the Garbodors for this particular version. So I'm trying out, without the Garbodors, there's only 12 Pokemon in deck, which makes it so that your odds of being able to use Pokemon communication are not very high, right? So without the Garbodors, the Pokecoms are pretty much unusable in this deck, just because you're not usually, I think, I mean, anyways, this would be way better as a Pokemon communication, because I would love to just, you know, send the Eldegoss into the deck and not waste it here, but, yeah, you know, thus is the way of the world, so it's fine. Yeah, we'll take our prize card. Fantastic. Now, there's some discussion in the Discord about whether or not we need, it's mildly annoying, whether or not we need, that's fine. Energy switch in this deck. I don't think that we do. Don't think that we need energy switch. I think switches should be enough, quite frankly. But you never know. Let's research. Okay, got our Thunder Mountain. Yup. And then we want to find a switch as bad as possible. Speed lightning energy is good. Two cards deeper. Electropower. If we just find a switch, we have it. Yeah. GG's. G-Max Riot for knockout. So, I don't think that we need energy switch in the deck, because the idea is that you just, between, like, you have so many different ways to get energy on your board. And I think it's more of like a, it's more like a tempo deck. Like, we're going to try and just, you know, go turn one going first. Like, we, you know, we get an energy down, whatever. And then, like, between the switches act as, like, your energy switches in a way, right? Like we saw there, the switch, you know, I retreated into the Zeraora turn one. And then I knew, okay, all I needed to do was go, like, Koko, you know, and go from there. Now, you could use a couple copies of energy switch, wouldn't hurt, but I mean, I certainly have a little bit of flex room in this list right now, especially without the Garbodors in there. Then you're gonna have a lot of room for activities, right? Like, you could probably throw energy switches in here if you wanted to, but I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, what's the easiest way to poison your opponent, right? Now we've got the energized one here, which is great. Now, I think with all the energized Toxtricities, it's like turn 1, we're going to energize here to the active. And then we're probably going to like end up using Tapu Koko and like power up a bunch more. See, Alaskan Hero, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like, let's try to build the deck so that it is, the base of the deck is a 320 hit point lightning Pokemon with all the lightning support that basically does 160 consistently and tanks hits, plays Mallow and Lana, stuff like that. And then occasionally can go like Koga's Trap, big knockout, right? I think that's like kind of where I want the deck to be. And then like we play utility cards like Mallow and Lana. We could get the Mallow and Lana back with Eldegoss, and that'll help us play against like Dragapult decks and things like that. And that's the thought anyway, right? And I think that that could be pretty strong. At least that's, I was having dreams about the deck last night. I was dreaming, chat. Now we've got turn 2 double Electropower though, so that certainly feels bad to waste. Or turn 1 double Electropower. So I could just energize here, but then if I energize, then maybe this thing gets knocked out, and that certainly feels bad. But what if they don't knock me out turn 2? What if they don't have, you know, full blitz? What if I just keep this hand? Giving them the Viridian certainly helps their case. I think I just go Boltund, yeah. That's cool. Yeah. The odds that they have, yeah, that's good. We for sure do this. Okay. And then we just electrify. And then next turn, I have the potential to do so much damage to that Pikarom with a double Electropower already in my hand. So if like that Pikarom comes into the active position, it's only got 240 hit points. There's just a lot I can do, for sure. I mean, I'm doing base 160. So if I find just a third Electropower somewhere along the line there, then I'm going to do enough to knock out Pikarom. No, I got Mallow and Lana in the deck. Yeah. And Eldegoss. I'm not sure that you need more than... I mean, you could play a second Mallow and Lana. Yeah. But I mean, like, other than Mallow and Lana, I don't think that there's any other very good heal cards. I think that that's just the one you want to play. You could play a second one. You could play a second Eldegoss as well. I think if there's any deck that could play a second Eldegoss, it's probably... you know, a big VMAX deck that looks like this. You could play Watch Over Indeedee. Sure. Yeah, you could absolutely play a card like that in a deck like this. Because the thing is like, we've really pared down the deck. Like, the deck is just now, it is just a VMAX deck. That's all it is, right? The Toxtricity, like, we're literally just accelerating energy onto Toxtricity, and we're getting in there and doing a lot of damage. That's it. So we've really pared the deck down. So now there's, like, room for activities. There's so much stuff to do, right? Now, I do wish that there was just an item-based poison card. If there was an item-based poison card, this deck would be, like, this deck would be untouchable. It would be so good if there was an item-based poison card, but there's not. So, instead, we're on, kind of on hard mode here. As far as, like, trying to poison. I think setting up the Garbodor is fine. I mean, that's, like, obviously, we've tried that. Now, let's see. They just wasted double 3 Electropowers down. So they're going to be damage capped pretty hardcore. And I'm going to go in and try to take 3 prizes with my Toxtricity here. So let's see what we can do. I'm going to research in case I get a Speed Lightning Energy. There's the Electropower. Got all 3 Electropowers, chats. Okay, so how do we want to do this? We need to find Toxtricity VMAX. That's it. All I need to do is find a Toxtricity VMAX. So, I could go get Dedenne out of the deck. 3 of them in there. Okay. And then we can go get our energy out of the deck. Great Ball. There he is. GMAX Riot for knockout. All right. So then check this out. I didn't data change this turn on purpose. And the reason was so that I could potentially Eldegoss for the Koga's trap back. I actually got a Koga's trap right there. So they come up and hit me for 200. I just go literally Koga's trap, data change, knockout, right? And then all I have to do is set up like a Pokemon that can take 1 prize. Alkaline Bryce, maybe you're right on that Zapdos, dog. Maybe it's Zapdos. Maybe we just got to put a Zapdos in here. And then, you know, we just take out the Jirachi for game with that. But, I mean, this is kind of how I imagine the deck working, right? Like, we didn't even need the Koga's Trap. But, like, we just did 250 damage without Koga's Trapping. It could have easily been 160 damage to, like, whatever else, you know. But we knocked out a Pikarom without poison. Now I have poison at my disposal. I've got Eldegoss. I've got Koga's. You know, we've got options there. And then, yeah, they bring up Tapu Koko. All we have to do is maybe Quick Ball, find Eldegoss. Yeah, I got Quick Ball right there. Knock out the Tapu Koko. It's a little bit tough, though. I could Mallow and Lana. They're going to Great Cat. Yo, that makes me very happy. The fact that they're going to knock out the Zeraora, bro, I will just not bench anything else. That is fine. My man. Totally cool. Now I'd be extremely impressed if they are able to knock out. Yeah, so literally we just go here. Yep. Yep. Koga's Trap. Zing. All right. And then just GMAX Riot. Is it worth it? I'm trying to think, is it worth it to attach an energy to my Eldegoss? Potentially. Yeah. That way I can float up. Maybe. Yeah, GMAX Riot for knockout. So we'll take our 2 prizes there. And then all I have to do is find boss's orders for game. Should have 2 boss's orders left in the deck. Now, if I have to, like, they're probably going to electrify this next turn. So I could go float up and then make it so that I have boss's orders kind of at my disposal. I think maybe a second Eldegoss could be good in this deck. Just because it's like that good of a card, right? But, you know, we're seeing here just Toxtricity, 320 HP, just dealing a ton of damage every turn. You know, now my board position is very strong as well. I don't have any weaklings on my board. I don't have any cards, you know, that are easy knockouts for my opponent. I don't have any cards that are easy knockouts for anything. Now, all Electropower? I mean, do I have 1 Electropower, 1 E-Power left in deck? Cool. So I'm just going to have to GMAX Riot. 1 Electropower. Cool. Acro Bike. There it is. GG's. Oh, Great Catcher. I played Great Catcher in here? Bro, I could have just ended the game with Great Catcher. Electropower, GMAX Riot. That's it. I had both of those cards for game-winning cards there, chat. Great Catcher in the deck. Absolute filth. Oh my gosh. Toxtricity VMAX. Woo! The heat. Whoa, calm down there, bud. I didn't realize Toxtricity VMAX came out to play to keep that win streak going. All right, Toxtricity. What's up? What's up? Can you do it again? Insane. And the Great Catcher? Yeah, with the Great Catcher in the deck, I mean, can't lose. It makes so much sense to play a Great Catcher in Toxtricity VMAX because he does 160 damage. That just knocks out Dedenne-GX. So, like, why not play Great Catcher? Because you're going to be able to, like, research into the bottom of the deck, find the Great Catcher, and just win the game. Because you do 160 damage. We're going first. I got Thunder Mountain. It's good. Go get ourselves a Tox. We prized 2. It's fine. They turn on Horror House me, that's annoying, because then I can't even Boltund. I would love to Boltund, but it's cool. They probably play like tons of Marnies too, so I'm just going to bench these guys. Dart says, no Jirachi for consistency. I wasn't here if you explained why. I don't think that you necessarily need Jirachi in this deck. You could play it. I do have 4 Switch already in the deck. But yes, it's like the idea, the concept of this deck is that we just play only big Pokemon, right? So we're just like, instead of using Jirachi as your consistency engine, we're trying to use like Eldegoss and Dedenne as our consistency engine. See, I told you they were going to Horror House GX. Man, why does it always happen like this? And they got the stadium down. I should have just attached to my Boltund turn 1. I should have known that they were going to do it and just attached to Boltund turn 1 is what I should have done. Instead of going here, that was super greedy. Instead, they got the Chaotic Swell. I can't even put Thunder Mountain down. Like, that's just my bad, chat. I should have cowered in fear of what they were going to do. Yeah, Dart. Dedenne-GX. That's the game plan. So yeah, we should have just attached it to Boltund turn 1. Turn 1 Electrify there. Now they're going to throw 2 cards back into my hand. It's going to be super annoying. And I could have had a bunch of energy in play with Electrifies at the very least. Now they're totally going to hit my research. And I'm going to be like, yeah, what's up? Sick. They did it. Let's go. All right. Bounce that. Eat the hand. Great. Toxtricity. Quick ball here. Get him. Speed Lightning. Toxtricity VMAX. Just Dance of the Ancients. Switch. Yeah. Electropower. What do I need to hit all 4 to take a knockout? 160 plus 60, 220. Yeah, if I hit all 4. All right, chat. Great Catcher. No, it's not worth it. We just hit here. Haven't used my GX attack yet, so. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cards in hand. That or I knock out the Latios. No. We put pressure on the Mewtwo, I think. It's fine. 250 damage, though. Whew. Insane. And then we've got Tapu Koko Prism Star already used. So at this point, we're looking at Zeraora. Maybe you'll get to use Full Voltage GX at some point, you know, once I get enough energy into the discard pile. If they try to, yeah, if they try to, like, get this Mewtwo out of here, you know, I'll just, hopefully, Great Catcher it down. I got the Mallow Lana. So the Mallow Lana is big here. We got Mallow Lana and Eldegoss. So all I need to do is, I need to find an energy, though, in order to use it. No, do not GGN my man. No, you already GX. Ha, you can't do it. It's fine. Mallow and Lana, though. Night Watch. Please don't get rid of my Mallow and Lana. You didn't. You got rid of my Eldegoss, though. Sad. But now I can't. I can't do it all. That is sad. We have to get an energy drop, for sure. So let's just Acro Bike. Marnie seems better. It's just Marnie here. Cool. And then they're probably going to knock me out with the Garchomp and Giratina. That's my third VMAX there. Huh. Tough. So now I'm down all of my VMAXs. These evolution incenses are so bad. Those got to come out of the deck. They're horrible. They're not, literally not doing anything. So Gmax right here, but then I don't have a great backup plan. Like that Garchomp Giratina is just gonna like ruin most of what I got going on here. I could just switch and use Zeraora to put more energy in play at this point. That feels bad. I wanted more time to think about that. I don't think I have enough energy in my discard pile to warrant that, though. I think I prized just too many Toxtricity Vs this game. Also, like if you just look at the board, yeah. I mean, we did prize a ton of those. Interesting. So we're going to knock this out. They can't GG end. I have to knock out one more tag team Pokemon in order to win. Probably looking at full voltage. I only deal 160 damage, though. So they can't knock out Zeraora if it's clean. Yeah. I really don't like the evolution incense in the deck already. I'm already not feeling that. And I think, yeah, I prized too many Toxtricity Vs. Those are, like, very hard for me to find here. So now they're going to... I could catch them slipping here. There's all three in the discard pile, yeah. Okay. There's only 2 lightning in my discard pile. Okay. Well, easy way to fix that. We got a Marnie. Okay. And now, like, hope you don't have a switch. There's 3 switch, to be fair. There are 3 switch. Okay. So they can't GX. They can't have their 4th switch. Please, off of my Marnie, don't have your 4th switch, my guy. You could just not have switch number 4. That'd be great. I would love that. What are the odds? And then here's a Marnie again. Fingers crossed. Ah! Have mercy, have mercy, have mercy. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Yeah, I mean, that's never adding up to a 1-hit knockout, but it's something. Oh, we're definitely going to need to 2-hit KO this Trevenant and Dusknoir. That's the game plan for sure. And I have 2 Boss's Orders left in the deck. It's not bad. So, I don't think that they have the switch. If they had the switch, they would have played it, right? I think. Ah. That or they have the switch and the Great Catcher, and they just have the Filthnar, and they're about to just filth all. Oh my gosh! You've got to be kidding me! Ooh, what a sack, bro! All right. Yeah, it's not that they didn't have it; it's that they had so much that they were like, "How do I want to win this game?" Now, okay, to be fair. What, they need Boss's Orders to win? Oh, gosh. So frustrating. All right. I'm probably just going to give them the Boss's Orders. I got 1 prize remaining. But I have to swing. And just hope they don't have it. And I have to give myself an opportunity to find my own Boss's Orders. So yeah. Just have to hit there. Hope they don't have Boss's Orders for game. That's it. We got game in hand, and our Psychic recharging makes me think that they ain't got it like that. That or it's just the biggest BM in the world. Like, they just want to, they just want to soak it up. They're just like, oh, yeah, gravy. Yeah, pour on the gravy. Gravy on the mashed potatoes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, yes, butter, too. Oh, put the butter on, yes. Nah, they ain't got it. At this point, you know, the BM can only go so far, chat. Now, there's no way you hit my Boss's Orders and my Dedenne. All right, you got my Boss's Orders, but not my Dedenne. Come on now. Da-da-da-da. Justice. Sweet, sweet, sweet victory. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we got him, chat. Let's go. GG's, 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 the franchise. Thank you so much for those 100 bits. Appreciate you. Whoo, that was a close one. Toxtricity VMAX. Barely pulling it out. Barely. You got there with the Filthnar. Okay. I think, yeah, I mean, that was tough because I basically didn't get to use my VMAXs. Alaskan Hero says, didn't think you were winning that one with no VMAXs left. There's always a shot. There's always a chance. You know? Always a chance. That's a pretty decent opening hand here. I think we just got to take out the evolution incenses, though. That's got to go. The evolution, I'm over those already. Yes, I am 100% not into that. So, that's the thing. Here's Heatran. All right, Meat Dog. I think we go, what, Great Ball first, see who we get? Yeah, and then Quick Ball for the other. Because like, if I get to Denny, then we're cooking. And then we go Quick Ball here. Get ourselves Tox. Now I could get myself Bolt Dog. No, we're going for the turn 2. Yeah. Data change. This card's got to go. It's a bad card. Doesn't belong in the deck. All right. I take that back. Cool. All right, now we're ready to rock. Got the turn 2 Toxtricity in the hand. Ready to go. So yeah, Evolution Incense. It's frustrating because it's so bad turn 1. In so, you know, in a lot of situations, because you're like, I'm just looking for basic Pokemon, please. Could you just get me my basic Pokemon? And then you run into Evolution Incense, and you're like, ah. There's only 2 incenses in the deck right now. I was playing like 3, but then I decided to cut. Obviously, the Great Balls were great because like I cut 2 incenses for 2 Great Balls. Originally, it was 4 Quick Balls, 4 Pokemon Communications, but then we cut the Garbodors. And then when we cut the Garbodors, it didn't make any sense to play Pokemon Communication anymore because we don't play enough basic Pokemon. But there's no Pokemon V search, right? We can't use Electromagnetic Radar. We can't use Cherish Ball. There's no Net Ball or Nest Ball or anything like that. So it's like, what's the next best search card for Pokemon V? We don't have Mysterious Treasure like Dragapult does. Dragapult. So we have to use Great Ball. Yes. Text list. I'll show off the deck list here in a few minutes for sure. It's been performing pretty well. I'd say it's like doing at least on par with the Garbodor version, at least. Okay, they did not get anything turn 1, so we're gonna go switch into Zeraora. Energy here, because he's got free retreats, and then I could research looking for an Electropower, or I could Marnie and be like, haha. And then I probably won't hit it. Full speed ahead. Going for the research. Yep, there we go. Insane deck. We got the Toxtricity. Sure. Bolt Dog, you can come hang out too. And we're just going to G-Max Riot for like 190 damage. Take that knockout. And, what? I'm probably not going to knock out, you know, a Cinderace VMAX in one hit. And that's kind of like the logic. That's the logic behind this version of the deck. Is that for the most part, we're not hitting one-hit KOs. You're pretty much not. Like, in order to hit a one-hit KO with this deck, you need to put so many pieces together. You need to piece together the Garbodor, a Stadium, and you need 3 energy on a VMAX, and you probably also need an Electropower or 2 in order to hit that one-hit KO, right? So it's like you're better off, for the most part, just playing the deck as a 2-hit KO deck. GMAX Riot can get the... I mean, 160 damage is the perfect base number. That is exactly where you want to be. You 1-hit KO Dedennes, and you 2-hit KO VMAXs. And I think 160 damage is kind of becoming the new... That's like the new magic number where you want to be at. Because 160 1-hit KOs Dedennes, and 2-hit KOs almost all VMAXs. So you pretty much are going for the... You know, you're going for the 2-hit KO game because, let's be honest, like, what decks can 1-hit KO VMAX? It's like Blacephalon GX, Baby Blacephalon, end of list. Like, that's pretty much it. So, like, we have the potential. It's scary to play against this deck because we can 1-hit KO VMAXs. But for the most part, you're not going to be doing that. They got Hyper Potions in their deck. Okay, Welders, Potions. Like, they're going for the tanky. Now, they're going for the tanky GX deck. Or tanky VMAX deck right here. Hyper Potions and things like that. But I think that Hyper Potions are probably just doing too much, generally. For, like, most VMAXs, unless you're playing, like... There's no way you're going to set up a Porygon Z and, like, recycle energies just to play. You know, at that point, you've got so much going on in your deck, it's probably just not going to work out. KC Gnarly, you're right. Lapdog is one of those decks that can 1-hit KO any VMAX, that's for sure. Senti Scorch VMAX, yes, also 1-hit KO. That's the thing, is if, okay, maybe if, like, enough... I know that they were really focused on, like, leaning into weaknesses, right? That's one of the reasons they cut Fairy and Dragon from the game. Now, they didn't announce that they cut Dragon from the game, but, chat, we all know what they did to Dragon types. They're cut. So, like, we literally just have bosses. Like, if I could just string bosses orders the next 2 turns, I just literally win this game. So, that's just it. Yeah, we go bosses orders, bring him up. And I can keep the Acro Bike right there. We just GMAX Riot, take that knockout. And it's just that easy. I mean, we're 100, 320 HP Pokemon, dealing 160 damage every turn. And then we just take out the Dedenne. I never even needed to touch that thing. So we're not going to. But yes, Pokemon really wanted to lean into the typing and the weaknesses, right? And they wanted to kind of centralize the amount of weaknesses that there were. It's one of the reasons they flopped dark or poison types to the dark type instead of psychic, because they wanted to, like, balance the amount of weaknesses that are in the game. And if you think about it, some of the weaknesses were really unbalanced previously, before the Sword and Shield era. Grass types, kind of notoriously get at the short end of the stick. Grass types hit almost nobody for weakness, right? And they get hit by fire for weakness. It's one of the most popular types right now. And I feel like grass is always on the short end of the stick as far as weaknesses. So we saw, in order to help balance that out a little bit, they gave poison Pokemon that grass weakness now. And in order to give poison Pokemon grass weakness, they had to move them away from grass type, which is probably why they put them into dark type, right? So that helps to balance out grasses a little bit more, because you're like, okay, now finally grass can, like, hit somebody for weakness. Water is weak to lightning. Lightning's weak to fighting. They're kind of like, they're schmoozing things out a little bit. They're schmoozing it out, right? Which makes sense. So now we're just looking for that game-winning bosses orders on the Dedenne-GX or the game-winning Eldegoss, whatever, what have you. But we've got a lot of ways to draw, so that's great. We're going to go here. Got Speed, Lightning, Electropower, Acro Bike. Switch, Electropower, nothing. Unfortunate. Take that. I think I just research here. Yeah, Electropower a couple times. Research. It's fine. There's Koga's traps. This guy. Acro Bike, Dedenne, and Speed Lightning. We'll take Dedenne. And then it's like I might as well just go hit. I know they play a lot of healing though. But if I hit for 220 damage, they probably cannot heal all of that. Yeah. It's not worth it to full voltage GX. I don't think. No. Like, what would be the point of doing that? Well, if I full voltage GX, then my Boltund is actually kind of close to being able to knock out. What? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. No, it's not. Yeah, nowhere close, Boltund. All right. So we're going to go in. Big Tox Daddy again. Just G-Max right. Sure, keep the pressure on. 220 damage. If they finesse their way out of that, I would be thoroughly impressed. Got a lot of options here, though. We've got Koga's Trap. We could just hit for another, 250 damage next turn with this guy, which is pretty good. If I find Boss's Orders, we bring up the Dedenne and just end the game instantly. I knew that they were going to have Mallow Lana. We saw that they play a ton of healing cards already. I know that they have that. So we were anticipating the Mallow Lana. The hope was that maybe they can't heal enough. They go to 100, so 220 HP. Now Koga's Trap still gets the knockout on it. But if they probably have Hyper Potion too. Yeah. Right. You know that they've just been waiting. They've been waiting the whole game to fully heal off. They've been waiting so long. Like, I just wanted that Hyper Potion Mallow and Lana. Mallow and Llama combo. That's fair. You do your thing. I'm still going to just day-to-day change for Boss's Orders and bring up the Dedenne for game this next turn. So be my guest, my man. I am not touching that Cinderace. For sure. I mean, that's a valid idea. These guys are really trying to lean into that tank strategy. No, Pepito, I'm not playing Garbodor. We're just playing Koga's Trap. And it's going well. It's going well. Now, imagine if these were Hypnotoxic Lasers. Then we'd really be cruising. Now, I thought about playing Lieutenant Surge in the deck, but it looks like, for the most part, we end up, we start out kind of winning. So, we can't really rely on that. Thunder Mountain. You don't say. Do I have Boss's Orders in my discard pile? I do. Ah, yes. GG. That's it. Eldegoss for Boss's Orders for game. Eldegoss, good card. Good card. Yeah, definitely. I actually could just hit with the Zeraora, but I just wanted to do it with Toxtricity VMAX. GG's Droy. Watch me prize 3 Dedennes. Watch me start a Dedenne and then prize the other 2. Now that'd be epic. I told you, what's the point? What's the point? All right, it was the worst. I think, yeah. That's fine. No, QC Hawk, we don't play Dust Island. I don't think it's necessarily worth it. Alright, finally we get to play against an ADP deck. And I've started my blessed Dedenne-GX. Thank you. Well done, Dedenne. Could go turn 1 Kogas. I have to really top deck some sauce in order to make that worth it. D-Gage says, I have done the started Dedenne prize too. It is not fun. No, it does not seem fun. Jack, can we just go back to playing ADP? We'll just win all our games. Like good old times. All right. It's better hand. Two of these goons out. Okay. Do I actually have a way to do this? I can attach to the active. Tapu Koko, no. Because if I dance to the ancients, then I don't have an energy left in my deck. I could poison jab, though. It's kind of neat. I only have 2 lightning in the discard pile. Yes. Poison jab. Goodbye. And then you're saying there's a chance. All right, poison jab for 20. And then, you know, if they say don't heal, you know, say they just, yeah, alter creation GX. All right. Thunder Mountain Prism Star. Let's go. Please. Okay. Let's go. Yes. Oh, what a broken deck. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Okay. Okay. What you doing? What you doing over here with your VMAX RCL? Okay, broken deck. What the heck? Oh, we've got the filthy, gnarly deck right here, chat. ADP who? Who was that? What did you talk about? Oh, what was it? RCL and I never heard of him. No, I'm sorry. Yeah. No. How do you spell it? Yeah, no, I never heard of him. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I don't know who you're talking about. ADP, I never heard of a dude. What's he look like? Oh, no. I've definitely never seen that card before. Yeah, no. All I can hear is Toxtricity VMAX. That's all I can hear right now. That's for sure. Oh my gosh. All right, we got what, VMAX right again? Do I have to do it again too? Let's see. How many Kogas do I have in the discard pile? Just one. I can data change, go over the other. Actually, I'm doing 160 plus 2 Electropowers. That's just a knockout. So we'll just do that. And then I got, yeah, we literally got knockout right here. Take that KO. And then I just need to thin the deck as much as I can to prep for, you know, maybe a Marnie or something like that. Great Catcher can win me the game too. Sick. Cool. Yep, just thinning. VMAX Riot. 220 damage, and then we got Boss's Orders for game. They have no way to knock me out. Literally, if I just find Boss's Orders, that Dedenne is out. No, QC Hawk, there's no point in wasting the Boss's Orders because I don't care if they Brave Blade me. If they Brave Blade me, all I need to do is find that Boss's Orders for game. So I don't want to waste any Boss's Orders because I want there to be as many Boss's Orders in my deck as there can possibly be. So we just go in there. Right. Now, the best thing that they could do on their side, they could reset Stamp me to 1. That would obviously be pretty tough. They could also Marnie me. It's more likely that they Marnie me. A lot of decks are not playing Reset Stamp anymore, so they could go for that. If they do that, it's honestly going to be kind of tough to handle. I have not GX'd yet, but they don't. So literally, we just have game chat. Let's go. Toxtricity VMAX taking the fat dub against ADP. GG's. And also no re. Let's go, chat. Excellent. Got there. The broken list. You guys want to see the list real quick? Let's talk about the lists. Toxtricity VMAX right there. All right, I like this. I like this. Put this on his YouTube voice at the end there. Yeah. My YouTube voice? What does my YouTube voice sound like? Do I have a YouTube voice? I do have a YouTube voice, don't I?